Sonny Dunn on the IFL TV in association with MGM Marbella. I'm here at the Bethnal Green York Hall with Ricky Hatton. Rick's had 3 fighters on the bill tonight and 3 wins. How do you feel, Rick?
Very happy. You know, they're showing improvement. You know, Sonny got a stoppage win. Yeah, so they show massive improvement. You know, Parley looked fitter. You know, the opponent that he boxed was. I don't know why he was complaining, if I'm honest, because he was fouling left, right, and centre. And Anthony Evan boxed beautiful, punched perfect. You know, his last 2 fights here had 2 first-round knockouts. But tonight he showed everybody, you know, that he can't just punch. He's got the ability as well.
The geezer that the last fight Anthony fought, he weren't going down, was he? He was he wasn't hard geezer.
No, I've seen him before on the circuit. He's given people loads of troubles, but Anthony was very, very comfortable with it. He hurt his hand in about the 4th round. No wonder with the size of how hard the gentleman's head was. You know, they don't come. No one will come tougher than us, but he's takes a good milestone. He's got 6 rounds under his belt. He did it, you know, fantastic condition, fitness, so brilliant. So, being with the boys day in, day out, how have you seen him improve and grow since you first started with them? Well, you know, they were all successful amateurs, national Irish amateur champions. You know, when they first come around, they boxed like amateurs. They were flying around the ring left, right, and centre. But you know, Anthony now is baby steps. He's easing back. He's putting more power in the punches. You know where. You know, but in the early start, the lads were all, they couldn't stop bouncing and they were shuffling in and out with their feet. And you know, in the pro game, there's more rounds and the rounds are longer, so you can't do all that stuff. You've got to be able, you've got to do what Anthony did tonight. You know, which was give ground, conserve his energy. So I was very happy with him.
So obviously you've grown up in a boxing gym and around the boxing sort of circuit. What's it like being with 3 brothers in the gym? Is it sort of a different feel?
No, it's good. You know, the fact that they train together, they bring each other on. You know what I mean? You know, when the training's getting hard, they give each other you know, the backing and the support. You know, to drag it out of them. So and there's the nice kids, pleasure. You know, it's like they're like family to me. You know, we spend every day of our working lives together, and I'm really proud of them.
Well, that's the Uptons out of the way, and especially the news has just come out recently that Browne is now mandatory for the WBA heavyweight title. Talk me about that. Yeah, he's mandatory. You know, they've got 30 days, I think, to come up with you know, to do the deal, I guess. But he's got to fight Lucas. Lucas has got his opportunity. We worked very hard to get Lucas into the position. I think we've matched him very well. But yeah, I think he'll beat Shaggy. Shaggy will stand in front of Lucas, and when Lucas hits, I think he's got a wonderful chance of beating Shaggy and make, you know, become Australia's first world heavyweight champion. You know, he became the first Australian in 120 years to win the Commonwealth title. I think he can win the world title. I think he can beat Shaggy. Yeah. So, if he does win that title, what do you think he could go on to fight people like Tyson, Fury, and Deontay Wilder?
Absolutely, you know, if he wins that title, wins the world title, then he can do a unification match with Deontay Wilder, because he's in the top 10. He's very high in the rankings in the WBC, you know. So yeah, and Tyson Fury, he's got a nice. Lucas has got a good fan base in the UK. He's boxed here a couple of times, you know. So there's no reason why they can't do the Fury fight, yeah.
So that's all happening for Hatton Promotions and Hatton Gym at the moment?
It is. I only have a small camp now, but all my fighters are quality and world ranked and fighting for titles, you know. So I'm very proud of, and that will be a real milestone for me, a real success story. You know, to have a heavyweight champion of the world, that would be somewhere else. Yeah.
Well, Ricky Hatton, thanks for talking to iFilm, and the best luck with the brothers and Lucas.
My pleasure.